Hi guys, how you doing? Good
How are you?
afternoon. Good. How you guys doing?
Good.
Liking this weather?
Yeah, a little warm.
Pretty good for the
December
winter.
weather.
Pretty good for the winter. Had a lot of rough winters. This isn't one of them.
Tom, I know we talked far too much about your running exploits last week, but I couldn't help but see, like, on the replay after your sneak, EA comes by and says, okay, that's enough hits.
I know.
You probably agree, but, on the goal line, you did so good at the sneak, so you kind of call it yourself, but what are your thoughts about, how, you were hit quite a few times in that game?
Yep. I think it's part of just playing this sport, and it's a physical game. So those guys are taking hits on every play. The O linemen, D linemen, receivers, running backs. So part of your job as a quarterback to take them and get up and shake them off and go on the next play. So it's a physical sport for sure.
Tom, you've had a really good, strong connection with Chris Godwin, especially his last two games with 25 catches. What is it about his game that really, he's having looks like a career year right now.
He's playing incredible. Even the year before I got here, everyone was obviously he had an incredible kind of a breakout year where the whole league understood how great Chris was, and before I met him, just his work ethic, watching it and then getting to know him and just seeing how much he puts into it week in and week out. It's really amazing to watch. So he's an incredible player, great teammate, cares about everybody on the field, just a great competitor, just come up huge in some big moments, and he's having a great season. So not surprising to any of us because we see it every day, but he's really an amazing player.
Obviously, you were winning division titles on a yearly basis in New England. It's been 14 years here since the Bucs have won one. Just want to ask you, especially to have a chance to clinch that on your home field Sunday, how much it will mean for this team.
I think it's important because it's just the next game, and it's with the implications for winning the game are a great thing for us, but we haven't even talked about those things. I think it's a week to week league. If you don't win, it's because you didn't play well. So you got to think about how do we play well rather than how do we think about winning. And there's a plan to winning, but in order to win, you got to do the right things, and doing the right things, you got to practice the right things, and you got to prepare the right way. So it's kind of where our focus has been. Obviously we're all happy we're 10-3, but 11-3 is a lot better than 10-3. We're going to try to get to 11-3 against a team that's obviously given us a lot of problems. Always a tough team to play as long as I can ever remember playing football. This was a team that, is prepared. They're tough, physical. They got a lot of threats on the defensive side of the ball, a lot of veteran players. They got a good rush, some great linebackers. Demario Davis, one of the great linebackers in the NFL. It's unbelievable how he plays the game. And then the secondary, Marshawn and Marcus and Malcolm, and Roby's a phenomenal player. Debo's a great player. So they got players all over the field. PJ Williams picked me off there in the last game. That was still kind of pisses me off. It's probably 6 weeks later, but it's the reality of playing good teams and being a quarterback.
To that effect, how do you feel towards the Saints? Are they the thorn in your side? I know you guys won the NFC divisional game last year, but are they the thorn in your side? Are they the piece of gum that just doesn't want to, it just sticks to the bottom of your shoe?
Yeah.
How do you feel towards
They're just a great team. So at the end of the day, you gotta play great to beat great teams. I think there's different things that they faced. I think a lot of injuries this year, but on defense, they're not injured now. They got a great defense. They got a great, powerful front. They played together a long time. It's been one of the top defense league. I think Dennis Allen does a great job preparing those guys. It's very fundamentally sound defense. They make you earn it. We got to make the right throws. We got to make the right catches. We got to make the right reads in the run game. You can't have penalties and put yourself behind the sticks. So you got to convert on third down. They're, I think, the top team in the red area, so they're very difficult to score points against. So it's a tough defense.
You have the email blast to Sean Payton this week, or is that behind you guys now?
Oh yeah, I'm sure if he's buying product, they're blasting emails. So it's that time of year.
Tom, would you mind speaking to what inspired you to jump into the name, image, likeness thing with your brand? Inspired you to do that?
Yeah, that all changed pretty quickly. This is obviously for me. I think my apparel line's been in the works for 3.5 years. So it's kind of cool that it happened at this time, and just with the NIL, the relationship with the athletes and the NC2A, how that changed. But I think it's really cool. It's really cool for me in the position I'm in. And I look back when I was that age, to have had the opportunities that some of these kids are getting is really cool. So I have a niece that's playing college softball that's been approached quite a few times. And I know Brady has signed 10 athletes, Shador's a friend, Cade, but some really cool kids, that have a lot of aspirations. So just happy to kind of help them along the way.
Tom, do you ever talk to the guys? I know they were on Good Morning Football, the equipment manager guys. I mean, this was never an issue before, but it's sort of like all these touchdown balls. Like someone's got to be on high alert, and now they're on like national television. Do you ever like talk to these guys, or after they? I mean, it's like a whole thing that they've got to like worry about during games right now.
That's great. I got to talk to Tim about that. I know the negotiation with the one that Mike caught. I know it's been a lot this year. I've never obviously had that experience outside of. I know the Patriot game, there was the yards, but the touchdown ball was really cool. And then last week that was funny because I saw the video on the Bucs IG. So
You see that? I mean, that was
great.
That was close.
That was like
call.
Twitch. That was right. That's what we're talking about out there.
Right?
You gotta get in there and get it. No one's gonna just hand deliver it to you. So they went and tracked it down. But it's really cool. It's been fun to see. It's just we're all kind of learning and growing as we go. So they're prepared. I think they had a couple people I heard in both end zones, and they were getting ready to go. And I'm glad it turned out the way it did.
You watched, it's like to watch a friend of yours. You tweeted at Steph Curry, these milestones we're talking about for you. To be a fan and watch a guy that you know accomplish something in another sport, what is that like for you as a spectator? And do you get any chance to watch any NBA just in your spare time?
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, I think it's just cool to be a part of. And I've been in sports a long time, so I pretty much know everybody. I watch all the sports. I grew up watching sports. The guys that were older than me, I loved. I just looked up to them so much. I think sports have played a big role in my life over a long period of time. So to watch guys that kind of achieve career things and like what Steph did the other night, that was just, he put so much time and energy into it. And I think I always feel like athletes, we put so much out there. It's really us out there. It's not a person playing our role. It's us. This is no do-over. So you're pretty vulnerable. It's like you're out there. So there's a lot of stress that comes with that. I think there's a lot of things that go on behind closed doors that are, you face your challenges and your doubts and your confidence, and you have ups and downs. You have people that support you. So I just think when those things that I've been able to achieve in my life, I just think about all those moments and the people that were there to support it, because without them, there's no way that I'm able to do what I'm still able to do. So I'm sure Steph's in that situation. I know LeBron really well. He's got a lot of great people that support him. And it's a cool thing to be a part of, because you're a part of, sports history.
How much do you pay attention to right now? I mean, I know you guys go game by game basis, but how much do you pay attention to this? I mean, there's a 1 seed on the line still for you guys. How much does that matter to you right now at this point of the year?
I think it's one game because it's the only one you got, and you're going to see how it turns out at the end of 17 games. So there's a lot of football left to be played, and we got to win this game because it's the one that's in front of us. It's a tough game. You never win 2 games in a week. You never lose 2 games in a week. You got to win this one game, and it's a tough game. So we'll figure out where if we make it that far, we'll figure out how we make it after week 18 now. Still can't believe that.
Sorry. A couple months ago, you were talking to us about COVID and how you thought that it would have a bigger impact on this year, and now it seems like you probably belong in Vegas with that kind of a premonition. Can you just describe the unique challenges now you have all these teams that are just being gutted, their rosters because of these new infections, and just kind of what that's like for you guys as you try to remain healthy with some of the biggest, most important games of your season coming up still.
Yeah, I think it's life's kind of back to normal for everybody. So, obviously that's kind of what you think about when, we're in a situation we were in 6 months ago. We have full stadiums, we travel, we do all these things. So you try to do the best you can, but at the same time, I feel like the guys who are doing everything they can do to do things the right way, I don't feel like we should be in a situation where we can't succeed either, So it's a tricky situation for sure, and hopefully they can figure it out.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.